Hi there, it's Denise with Ladybug Stampin here with another video tutorial for you guys today. And today we're going to be creating this card right here. This inspiration came kind of different places. It had come, this little embossing part folder, this is embossed, came from the Share What You Love suite that Stampin' Up! Is currently offering through the month of May. They have a couple different bundles that you can get, and with each bundle you get a few little free things. And in one of the bundles, whoops, I'm about to drop something here, comes this lovely floral dynamic textured embossing folder. That's a mouthful. Basically, it means 3D. Okay, so I was featuring this in a class, and one of the gentlemen said, Denise, do that on silver foil. So I did, and I've had it for about 2 weeks. Didn't know what to do with it, and finally came up with a card. And so today we're gonna create this too as well. This little fun background. I created this a while back, a couple months ago, and I've held on to a piece of the background and thought that would be really cute with this card. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so the first thing we're gonna need to do is we're gonna use a masking from Stampin' Up's got a package of 3. One with this one and some clouds, and I think bricks are in it too. Not sure, but it'll be listed in my blog post. Okay, so we need this. Then we need a piece of our window sheet. It's like acetate, basically. It's our window sheet's what we call it. I'm gonna lay it right here on the bottom, and I've just got a craft mat to protect my surface. And then I'm gonna lay this little plastic mask something, I don't know. And I'm gonna pull off some painter's tape, and I'm just gonna go around the mask just to secure it a little bit so that won't move around so much in there. The acetate, the window won't move. Okay, I think I'm gonna do this other end because I did do it all 4 sides when I did this, and I think it helps because this what we're gonna use is our shimmery white embossing paste, and it's a little bit more wet, so I really don't want the window sheet to move around, so I did put this on 4 sides. Okay, so we got to open this up. And you know, with embossing paste, you gotta be careful that it doesn't dry out, so you gotta hurry up and use it, but at the same time, get it in there. Okay, I don't want those dry pieces in there. So we're gonna take, using our palette knife, gonna take that embossing paste. Oh, look at how pretty that is. Can you guys see that? That shimmer in there? Oh, it's pretty. Okay, so we're just gonna rub it over the mask, just really softly, but at the same time, making sure it goes down in the mask. But I'm gonna try to pick up some of the excess because we don't wanna waste it, right? I mean, we got other projects to make. I got other cards to make with this. So we're just gonna take a little bit more. I'm trying to get over that whole sheet. I don't know where it kind of ends. Oh, there it goes. I see it now. Because I think I will make a couple of these cards. They're great thank you cards. I just had an idea. Okay. So, and then I'm just going to go back over it and just try to pick up some of that excess at an angle. And I've got my palette knife kind of at an angle, just trying to pick that up without, because I don't want to squish it, because I don't want it going over the whole piece of acetate, because with this being a little bit more wet, it can happen. But I want to make sure it's raised. I don't want it to be, you know, at the same time, I don't want it to be flat. I want it to have a little bit of a peak. So I'm just going to kind of go over it one more time. Oh, I guess if I run out, I can always order more, right? So let's have fun with it. I mean, that's what crafting's about. Okay. So we're gonna put this down, and I do have a little piece of water, some water over here for my mask. All right, so let's take this off. Ready? Well, I think I'm ready. I'm gonna take off this off really carefully. And then I'm gonna take this one off really carefully. All right, and then this one the same way. Well, this one really gotta be careful because now we're starting to pick the mat up. Okay, so I'm just being really careful with it. That's okay if it stays right there. Same way with this one. Just I'm holding on to my my mask as I'm pulling this up so that it doesn't pick up and move on me. All right, now I'm gonna gently lift this up like that. Okay, let me put this in the little water so it doesn't dry on me. Okay, all right, and this is what you end up having. So really careful, just pick this up and look how pretty that is on that acetate. I mean, that's just gorgeous right there. Look at that. It kind of reminds me of something that goes on a cake. They have these like little sheets that go on a cake. That's what it reminds me of. All right, so you're gonna put this to the side to dry, of course, so you can use it for your cards. But through the magic of television, I love saying that, I already have a piece ready. So here's what it looks like dry. Again, very pliable. I've even thought about taking this and make it into a cylinder, make it into like a, somewhere to like put a tea light in there. So who knows what will happen. All right, so what I need to do is I need to cut this piece right here down to 5 inches by 1 1/4. So I'm gonna go do that real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, so we have now our 2 pieces. I'm not gonna use this. I can use this for another piece, another card, or is this the right one? It's not cut by 5 inches. Well, that just blew out the door. But you guys get the same effect. Where's my, I don't know what happened to that piece. I had it sitting right with all this stuff. But that just happens, I guess. So that's okay. We can just kind of put it down like this a little bit to have a little bit of card on each side. Okay. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our folder and we're going to emboss on the silver, our silver foil sheets. All right. So I'm just going to put this, and this is cut at 3 3/4 by 4 3/8. And the 4 3/8 is the long side. So I'm just going to line it up and just kind of look through it to make sure it's pretty much lined up, pretty straight. You could use a piece of washi to really line it up straight. I just don't want to. I figure I'll get it eventually. Okay, so I'm gonna go run this through the Big Shot and I'll be right back. Okay, I did want to mention, I'm back. I wanted to mention one thing. With these textured, dynamic textured embossing folders, they are thick for 3D. When you run them through your Big Shot, you don't need your adapter, and you only use 1 plate, okay? So it's gonna be your platform, your textured embossing folder, and then your 1 plate, and run it through. I just wanted to mention that in case no one has heard of that. Okay, so open that and look how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my goodness, that's just so pretty. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and lay it down. Just play with it a little bit, see how I wanna like this. I think I'm gonna like it okay since it's cut. All right, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do our little bit of stamping that we have. That's all the stamping we have. And we are going to use the stamp set that comes with this suite, all right? I'll be right back, let me get it. Okay, so in this early release, they have 3 different bundles. In the big bundle, you can get all 3 of these stamp sets. And this is the stamp set that I used to thank you from, and we're gonna use that. But I wanted to point out too, it also comes with this Make a Difference and Statement of the Heart. It's Stampin' Up! Statement of the Heart. This is exclusive only to this bundle, to the large bundle. It is not available in the catalog that's coming out in June. It's something they decided to offer, and they put it as part of the bundle. So basically you get all 3 of these stamp sets at part of the bundle price, and it's a great value, okay? I like this one because it's got like hand stamped by www.com. You can put your little website address using these letters. Really pretty. Photopolymer. So I wanted to mention that too. All right, so we're gonna get out the thank you. Out of here, out of here. This is a great set too. I've been playing with this one, getting ready for my bingo in June. Oh, that's not the thank you, that's the thank you. All right, I'm gonna get my block, and I'm using, for this thank you, I'm using the C block. I think that'll be good. And then I'm gonna get out my stamp, my little Whisper White piece, and we are using Night of Navy, of course. Oh, I don't think I mentioned about the cardstock for the card base. It's cut at 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. Okay, I don't think I mentioned that, so I apologize. Okay, and we're just gonna take, you know what I'm gonna do? I am gonna try to stamp this up where I can't see it real good. So we're gonna hope it goes on and not on my table. Okay, that's good. A little off, but it's okay. Then I've got one of our sponge daubers, and I'm gonna ink it up, and I'm just gonna go around the edge of it. I'm not gonna put I could put a piece of cardstock behind it, but I didn't want it to be too thick. So just edging almost makes it look like there's a piece of cardstock behind it, okay? So we're just gonna do that, all right? Let's put our ink up before I continue to get ink on my hands. And put that over to the side for a minute. Okay, now to put the card together. We all know that acetate, it's gonna be hard for you to put, you know, any kind of adhesive on here because it's gonna show. But the beauty of this foil is gonna hide part of it. So I know that in the middle, right down this side right here, I can put some adhesive. So I'm gonna take our Fast Fuse. I really need this piece right here to kind of help me. All right. And I'm just gonna run about like that, and then put another piece right here beside it. All right, and then I'm gonna take and put on the card. And since I kind of want it kind of even, I'm just gonna leave a little bit on the side. There we go. And with this, what I did is on the first card, I used some dimensionals, but I kind of don't like the way it's flipping up right here. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to just do it without dimensionals and put some adhesive on all 4 sides to kind of keep that down. And I'm hoping that it will attach to, I'm gonna turn this up like this. Okay, and then we're just gonna lay it down, oh no, about right there. That looks good. Might be off center a little bit, but that's okay. All right, then we're gonna take some of our gingham ribbon in Night of Navy. It's right here beside me. I'm sitting here looking for it. And all I did with this, and normally I don't do this, but I thought it would be really cute. I put it inside the card and came around and tied a bow. And you could do a knot if you wanted to. You don't have to do a bow. That's just what I decided to do, and it may not work again. You ever try to do something when you're filming a video and you get like nothing works out? Like when you're creating it, it works beautifully. It's like, oh, the angels are singing, and you're just like, that worked out great. And then you go to film it and it's like not happening. Yeah, that's me sometimes. So I hope you guys know I'm just a real crafter. I struggle too, even while I'm filming with you guys. And I'm so glad you guys are patient with me. All right, just a little bit of a bow. I'm gonna get my scissors and I'm just gonna trim this and trim this side. There we go. Now with this one, with the sentiment, I did use some dimensionals because it had to go over this ribbon right here, okay? So I'm gonna put it right there. So I'm gonna use some dimensionals on that. I feel like the card's completely different in a way. I don't know why. I think it's because that strip is not all the way down. And it's kind of like messing me up. But hey, I used what I had. And you know what's funny is I did measure it to make sure it was 5 inches. And I'm wondering, because I laid it all out last night and then did a card tonight on a class, if I didn't move it somehow. All right. And then I'm just gonna kind of pick a spot right about in here and kind of lay that down. There we go. And you've got a beautiful little card to give somebody. A nice little thank you card. So you can see the difference where this one's all the way down. I do prefer, I think, this one all the way down length. So this is cut at, you know what I did? I did it 5.5. No, 5 inches. And it should be 5.5. That's what it was. I wrote 5. So this is 5.5 by 1 1/4. Don't worry, all the measurements will be on my blog post. All right. So if you like what you see, head over to my online store. You can get this bundle before the end of May, and get your free Statement of the Heart stamp set. All right, guys. Have a great night or great day. Talk to you later.